Today we're going to do another episode of a Deer Isle 6.0 experimental tutorial. In today's tutorial we're going to go to KMUC. We're not going to focus on exploring KMUC or looting KMUC, but rather we're going to focus on the most direct route to get to the staff, the skull staff, that you need to teleport into the temple with Smokey to get the handle for Thor's hammer, and also what you'll need to light in the Arctic Temple later in the quest, which will lead to the end game eventually. I want to thank the Refuge servers and OneTap for allowing me to use their server to record this video. So please go support OneTap and the Refuge servers by joining their Discord and going to his YouTube channel and giving him a subscription. Please also like this video and subscribe to my channel, as well as leave a comment on the video if you found this tutorial useful, or if there's anything I missed that you can think of. Now, I was lucky enough to have an ATV. You can get up to KMUC using the roads, or you can go the most direct path up the mountain from whichever side of the island you're on, using military mountain boots or stag boots to make that path quicker. But anyway, let's get inside KMUC and get this started. Keep in mind, players do like to get on these hilltops and camp this area, so beware of snipers. Once you get here, you're basically at the top of a Livonia tower, and you are going to just descend this tower. Beware of tripwires as you go down these stairs. Players like to leave tripwires in here. In a second it's going to get dark, and we will switch to our MVGs. You can do KMUC with a head torch or a chem light, but it's much more difficult. As you can see, there's the door to KMUC. It is closed at this time. If you slow walk through here and tab, you might identify any tripwires before you run across them. Also, if you're wet, you can bring sticks from the outside and catch a fire here before you go into the bunker. To get into the bunker, you will need the purple KMUC key card, which you get in Alcatraz. Episode 1 of these tutorials that I have made will show you how to get that key card if you don't know how to get it. But I have one right here. Once you swipe this card, it will take 5 minutes for this door to open. I will skip past that part in the video. While you're waiting for this door to open is a good time to get your heat buff and dry off at the fireplace here. You notice there's an alarm blaring once you swipe the key card. Anywhere there's loudspeakers across the map, usually military zones and large cities, every player on the map will be hearing that. So everyone who's nearby enough to hear those sirens will know that somebody is opening the KMUC door. Just keep that in mind. If you come here and you see standing water here, that means KMUC is flooded. It's a new feature John McClane introduced as an anti-camping feature. Basically, between restarts, the KMUC bunker will fill up with water and it'll be full all the way to the top. Once this door opens, it'll start draining. As I understand it, it takes about a full 30 minutes for it to drain completely. So if you do come up here and this is full of water, once you open that door, it'll start to drain. But if you're quick through here, you will be chasing the water, so you might have to wait for the water to drain to continue down the bunker as you make your way through it. Also, make sure you don't log out anywhere inside this bunker before a restart, because it's very likely you'll log back in underwater, drown, and die. So you want to time your KMUC runs with your server restarts very carefully. Alright, like I said, we're not going to focus on looting. We're just going to take the most direct path through the bunker to get to the staff and then use the smoky ball to get out. Be very careful of tripwires as you move through different parts of this bunker. There's barracks to the left and right here you can loot. And then as you go further down here, there's 2 more barracks to the left and right you can loot. Alright, once you get here, you're going to take a right. You can explore this other parts of the bunker at your leisure, but like I said, we're just going to go the most direct route. We are going to go down this radar, but I just want to show you there's a tunnel down here, there's more loot down here. So there's more things to loot down this tunnel, but we're going to skip that right now. We're going to go over this. And we're going to go down this radar tower to the next level. All these desks and stuff, all those boxes like that, they spawn loot, so make sure you check them all as you go through here. But I'm going to skip all that again to go the most direct route. Upstairs here, there is 2 Kwanzaa huts that we're not going to go to, so go check those when you're doing your loot run through KMUC. But we're going to go down. Make sure you check all these boxes for ammo and weapons. This is the route we're going to go. I'm just quickly going to show you other loot areas real quick. We're not going to go to them, but check all these boxes. Go down here. You're going to go through this HQ, and on top there's a tunnel that leads to the back side of the HQ where there's a couple of boxes. Then down through here, behind that Pepsi machine leads to another area where there's some boxes and stuff to search. And then there's a 2-story barracks back there. And through one of the side doors of that, there's a extra loot area that's got a lot of ammo and magazines and things you might need. But I'm going to skip all that. We're going to go, like I said, the most direct route. So you're going to go through this fire door right here. You're going to crawl through here. Box here for loot. There's skellies and stuff for loot here. But anyway, you're going to go down this smoky shaft is what we always call it. Usually has a lot of smoke coming up. See the smoke? Yeah, that's why we call it the smoky shaft. Just make sure you stick to the wall so you don't fall. It is a long, long way down. There's a couple of areas. From that HQ above, there's a tunnel that can lead to this area that can allow you to skip some of it, but I wouldn't do that. I'd just go straight down the shaft. Right here where you see this seam in the concrete, sometimes you can get stuck on that. See, like I'm above, and then you can fall, so just be careful of that. See how I'm stuck on it? Just be careful of that. Right here's a pipe that you have to crouch to go under. And this ivy right here in the wall you need to be wary of. We have been camped by somebody from behind this ivy. Player was sitting here on top of these boxes and shooting at us as we came down the shaft. This tunnel does lead to an alternate route to the bottom, but we're just going to take this most direct route. So continue down the shaft all the way to the floor. Go through this door, take a left, crouch under this pipe, take a right, and you're going to go through all this ivy. Might be a Z or two in here that you have to deal with. Keep going straight all the way through until you get to here. There's a box here you can check for gear. Go through here and crouch under this gate. Now we're going to go left here, but before you do that, always go around this corner and check those boxes. Down this way and around the corner, there's 4 Quonset huts. Make sure you go loot those when you're doing your KMUC run. I'll show them to you real quick. There's 2 here and 2 there. Alright, make sure you loot those. But for the most direct route, we're going straight across. Right next to these stairs, we're going straight across here, down these stairs. 2 flights of stairs you're going to go down. Once you get here, you're going to take a quick right and a quick left. Go right through this police station. And you're going to go through the train. The train has lots of loot on it, so make sure you check all these skellies as you go through the train. Straight down this tunnel after the train, and then look for this wood flooring here. Don't take this right, go straight across this wood flooring. If you have a fishing pole and you're hungry, you can fish through here, or you used to could. I don't know if that's still true because I don't see any water down there. There's strangely no water. That might have changed with the flooding mechanic, I'm not sure. Alright, this is, that helicopter there is where the staff spawns. Sometimes you can see it from here if it spawned. If it doesn't spawn, you got to go all the way to the bottom of the bunker and come back up to get it to spawn. It doesn't look like it's there to me, but we'll check real quick. But you're going to follow this platform around, this walkway. Watch for tripwires as you go across, especially these points where there's ivy. Alright, this is the way we're going to go all the way to the bottom. But to go get the staff, we have to go down this way. Very careful tripwires here. Check these boxes here for loot. And the staff is here, so we don't have to go all the way to the bottom. Here's the staff. But if you don't see the staff here, like I said, go all the way to the bottom and come back up, and that should cause it to spawn. So now we have the staff. This will be used in a couple of more phases of the quest line, and I'll show you all that in later videos. Now that we got the staff in hand, we're going to go back up a bit. We are going to make our way to the bottom. Alright, so this is where we started to go down. So we came in from over there, and we went around to here, and then we went down to get the staff down to the crashed heli. But this is the way to go to get to the bottom of the bunker. Again, watch these areas going down for tripwires. Alright, be careful through here. You're gonna go around these rocks and everything. There's a couple of areas you gotta jump over. Like here. You don't have to. I mean, I don't think you'll fall. It'd be really hard to fall, but you can get kind of stuck in between those crevices and have a hard time getting back out. But you're gonna follow this walkway all the way down. Down here. Now, we're going to go this way and go all the way down. But before we do, I just want to show you one other loot area that has a lot of loot. You're going to go up these stairs. And then you're going to go over these rocks. You see that concrete wall over there? You're going to go over these rocks and hug this concrete wall back through here. And you can see there's a bunch of Quonsets here to loot. Then this next floor up, you can see those ladders that go across these beams. You can walk across those ladders to an area over there that has a lot of loot. And to get to the next level, you're going to climb this ladder. So, right there, jump over a rail, go across to the beams, and then you'll use those ladders to get all the way to the other side for a lot of loot. And then if you go up another level, there's 3 more Quonset huts up there. And if you go all the way up, that's another way to get out of the bunker, but that's not the way I would typically go. I would go back the way we came, or I would smokey out at the bottom, which is what we're going to do. So let's go back to where we were. So we came down from here, and now we're going to go the rest of the way down. Here's the water level, and this is the water level that rises all the way to the top when it's flooded. We're going to go through this water, and you're going to take a left right here at this first left. You don't want to go that way, you want to go this way. Take a left here, go all the way through here to this helipad. Before the flooding mechanic, there was a mosquito helicopter that would spawn here. It doesn't seem to spawn here anymore since John McClane added the flooding mechanic. You got 4 rooms here you can loot. And this room in particular has a bunch of 9x39 ammo boxes in there. So if that's an ammo type you're looking for, this is a good place to get it. There's probably 10 boxes of ammo in there. But anyway, once you get down here, if you are ready to leave, you have the staff and you brought a smoky ball with you, and you want to go get Thor's handle, this is where I would do it. I would get my staff, come to the bottom here, throw Smokey, and teleport into the handle, which we will do in just about 1 second here. But if you're not ready to Smokey out, you're just here to loot, get ammo, magazines, weapons, whatever it may be that you came to KMUC for, you just go back out the way we came and just loot all the way back to the top and come out the way you came. We're going to go ahead and Smokey out. So I brought with me the sample X65 quantum isolation sphere, which is Smokey. If you throw this and you don't have the staff in your hand shortly after, Smokey will come after you and try to kill you or teleport you. He'll cut you and teleport you or whatever. But if you get the staff out, Smokey will turn into basically a tunnel that you can enter and be teleported to the temple to get the handle. So make sure before you throw the ball, you have the staff on your hotbar so you can quickly get it out. And you're going to throw Smokey just like any other grenade. So here we go. You see I got the staff out very quickly. Here's the tunnel, and I'm going to run in and get teleported. Alright, and now I am in the temple and ready to go get the handle. And that adventure will be in the next tutorial. Thank you for watching. Hope you found this tutorial useful. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.